Hello guys, and welcome to the first part in my series about making redstone look acceptable. Behind me you can see a pretty standard automatic cactus bone meal farm. I won't lie guys, these things are pretty ugly. I mean, that's pretty standard. The posts, obviously when the cactus grows, will interfere with it, make it pop off, and it'll flow down into this hole here, into here, and eventually you will get some bone meal. But, you know, it's not the greatest, especially if you've got like a cute little medieval world and you want it to blend in. So these are the blocks that you're going to need to build the exterior of the house. It's mostly stripped wood, a little bit of dark oak, mostly spruce, a little bit of oak, lots of different kinds of stone, and I'm going to be using green wool for the roof because I'm a rebel. To start with, this is the floor pattern you're going to need. It is 7 by 11 blocks, and you'll notice that on every corner I have put a black piece of wool, and in the middle of each side as well. That is going to tell us where our pillars are going to go. Firstly, I'm going to fill in the floor with a mixture of stone bricks and gravel just to make it look a little bit worn and used. You should have something a little bit like this. Now, on all of these corners and all the black ones in the middle, we're going to place a polished andesite block all the way around. You'll notice that on the front and the back you have a 4-block gap between each of the andesites, and on the shorter sides we actually have a 2-block gap, so you get kind of an even numbered gap between all of them. Now on the front side we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 and then have a beam sticking out. 1, 2, 3, have a beam sticking out. 1, 2, 3 and then have a beam sticking out. We're going to do exactly the same on the back. 1, 2, 3, have one sticking out. 1, 2, 3, have one sticking out. 1, 2, 3 and one sticking out. And then on the ends we're just going to go 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. Now between the top of all these blocks we're just going to cross beam them out, so making sure that all the way around we have got this layer, so that basically caps off the first part. Once you've capped it off, you can start filling in the walls. We're going to use a mixture of stone bricks, and I tend to like to put the rougher looking stone at the bottom and having the kind of more complete stone bricks at the top. As you can see, I have left a doorway, so it's one away from the side, and I'm actually going to change this to a stair like that. On this side, I'm thinking I might actually put a little window, so we will fill in the wall first. And we're going to leave a 2-block gap and put 2 stairs like that, and that'll give you a little window at the front. The rest of the sides I'm just going to completely fill in so that you can't see onto the inside. So from the side it should look like this, and on the back it should look like this. Now we're going to start working on the second level. First things first, we're going to fill in between all of these blocks with spruce stairs. On the front like that. And then on the back as well. Then we're going to come back to the front and we're going to place on the ends 1, 2. We're going to come along where you've got this middle block here. I'm going to go either side 1, 2 and 1, 2. Place a temporary block and then have one on top so that we have a little arched window. And then on the end, we're going to go 1, 2. When we come to the side, on the middle block here, we're actually going to go up 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then on the end again, we're going to go 1, 2, making sure it's on the one that is sticking out. Now on the back here, I've decided I'm not going to have a window like that. So we're just going to go up 1, 2 on here, 1, 2 on here. And then in the middle block here, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to grab our stripped oak and spruce and we're going to go up from the inside where this beam is 1, 2 and 3, miss a block 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to fill in the middle here with spruce 1, 2 and 3. At the moment we're going to leave this section in the middle, but when we do the roof we're going to fill that in. But what you can do, if you grab some oak stairs, you can create what I like to call a fake window. So you have a right side up stair and an upside down stair, and from the ground it does sort of look like there is a window there. Same on this side, we're going to go up 1, 2 and 3, miss a gap 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to fill in that gap with spruce. Same on this side here, 1, 2 and 3, miss 1, 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to fill in the gap with spruce. Same again on the sides, we're going to go up 1, 2 and 3, miss a gap 1, 2 and 3, and then fill in the missing part with spruce. 1, 2 and 3, miss 1, 1, 2 and 3, and then fill in with spruce. So you have something that looks a little bit like this. Same on the back here, making sure that you're going on the beam on the inside. We're going to go 1, 2 and 3, miss 1, 1, 2 and 3, and I quite like to fill this one in because it makes the farm a bit more efficient, and then we're going to fill in the gaps with spruce. Same here, we're going to miss 1, 1, 2, and 3, miss 1, 1, 2, and 3, and then fill in the gaps with spruce. And then finally, exactly the same on this side. So you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now we're going to start doing the roof. We're going to start on this 2 block here, and we're going to go 1 across until we get to here, pop 1 on the top, and then go all the way across until we get to the end. When we come to do the second level, we're actually going to go up 1 and 2. So all the way across is going to be 2 up until you get to the end like that. Same on this side. We're going to go on top of this block all the way along. And then on top of the next block, we're going to place 2. So it's going to be 2 high. This is just to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the farm on the inside and makes the house as compact as possible. Then we're going to start staircasing up on the roof, so placing a temporary block up, and temporary block up until you get to the middle. And the same on this side, temporary block and up, and they should join up a bit like this. Then all we need to do is just finish them off. And there we are. Now it's going to start getting a little bit dark on the inside, so what you're going to need to do is go from here, come in 1 block and place either a glowstone or a whatever this is, a mushroom. Go in 1 block, place 1, and then I like to find the middle as well and just place 1 here. This is also a good point actually to fill this in, because otherwise this will interfere with the farm. Doesn't really matter what you fill that window in as long as there is no gap there. Now on either end, what we're going to do is actually just cross beam this off. Then we're just going to continue the pattern of the stripped oak and just pull it all the way up to the top here. We're going to put spruce on either side, and then I'm going to get my little fake window just like I did before and fill in that top bit with spruce. And if we look at that from down below, it really does look like there's a little window indented in there. Same on the other side, cross beam it off. Continue the pattern of the stripped oak up to the top. Put your spruce in the sides, put your fake window in, and then finish it off with some spruce at the top. And that's what it should look like. Now we're going to finish off the roof using a little bit of dark oak stairs and slabs. So I'm going to start on the end here. We're going to come out. Now on this block here, you're going to place a half slab on top, a half slab here and a half slab here. So this is actually a full block, and then place a stair. And then we're just going to go the stair pattern up. So upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair. And when you get to the top here, I like to place a half slab on the bottom here and then a full slab at the top. Exactly the same on this side. We're going to pop out. We are going to place, oopsie, not like that. We are going to place a half slab, another half slab. We're going to place a full block here, stair, upside down stair, stair, upside down stair, stair. And there we are, guys. That is what the roof should look like. Let's do the other side quickly. So we're going to come out. We're going to place slab, slab. This will be a full block. Place a stair. Upside down stair, normal stair, upside down stair, normal stair. We're going to place a half slab on the top here and then place a stair facing outwards. Same again here. We're going to have a stair, half slab, full block here, stair, and then just continue up to the top. And that is the end of our roof done. Now the back is a little bit easier because all you're going to do is just go straight across like this all the way to the end. Then what I'm going to do is finding the middle, place a full block, stair, 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 and stair. I'm going to leave the top for the moment. We're going to come onto this side and I'm going to go along. And when we get to here, we're going to have a stair facing outwards. We're going to have a half slab. We're going to have a stair facing outwards. And on the top here, we're going to have a stair. I also like to cap it off by having a stair on this side, a stair on this side, and then a stair on the top. And we're going to continue that up until it gets all the way to the top. We'll finish off this line of the roof. You just carry on to the end like that so that the stair curves around. And to cap it all off, we're going to stick a dark oak trapdoor right at the top there so that your roof is sealed on. It's not going to fly off into the ether. At this point, the side walls are looking a little bit strange because the front has kind of got a bit of a pop out, but this is still quite flat. So what I like to do to fix that is if we go round to the front first of all, I'm going to cap off all of the beams with a dark oak trapdoor. We're going to go round to the side. I'm going to miss a block, dark oak, miss a block, dark oak, miss a block, and so forth. And obviously this one here is going to be dark oak all along these sides. Same again here, miss one, dark oak, miss one, dark oak, miss one dark oak, and miss one dark oak. And then in the middle, I'm going to go 1, 2, and 3. And exactly the same on the other side. 1, 2, and 3. And that kind of takes away a little bit of the flatness. What you can also do, grab a little bit of grass, go up to this height here, just below the beam. Stick a half slab underneath to support it up, and you can make yourself a nice little box which you could put some flowers on or a little bit of grass, and that just breaks up the back of the roof. Another little trick you could do on this side is actually use leaves instead, as if you've got like a box that's already grown, and I usually just put trapdoors at the side because I quite like to see the green, and that just helps to break up that a little bit. At this point, if you wanted to, you could also add a chimney. I quite like a 2-1 because the wall is 4 wide, and you just have to break through the roof here. This won't affect the farm at all and is purely just aesthetic. And there you go. All I've done is added a couple of stair blocks and thrown on a barrel, a campfire, and some trapdoors just to finish that look off. Now, to build the actual farm inside, you're going to need some glass, some sand, a couple of hoppers, 2 sources of water, a couple of cactuses, some fence posts, a chest, and obviously a composter to actually make the bone meal. You don't actually have to use glass, but I've chosen it because I'll be able to actually see what's going on in the farm. What you're going to do is where the beam is here, you're going to fill it in with glass apart from this block here. So we're going to leave this one empty and just fill in the rest. Now we're going to come up to this level and we're going to place a piece of sand so that it is away from the wall like this. You're going to place 8 pieces, making sure that none of them are touching each other or touching the walls. The cactus can go on next, but obviously if you're in survival, you might want to do this bit last because they are a little bit prickly. One above the cactuses, you are going to be placing fences just like this so that they are on the sides, not on the diagonals, but just on the sides of each of the cactuses going all the way around. You can also place them going in between like this. And you'll notice that I'm breaking any that are in between so that they're not connecting, because that could stop any items from actually falling down. So you should have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, in the opposite corners from your hole, you want to place 1 water source here and then 1 water source on the other side. And that means that anything that falls off of these cactuses is going to be forced down into that hole. Now, if we drop down, what we're going to do is 1 away from the top, we are going to place our composter, and then making sure that the hopper goes into the composter, we're going to place that on top so things can fall in. Then 1 away from the composter, we're going to place a chest, and then just crouch to make sure that your hopper is going into the chest, and you are finished. Couple of final touches. I'm just going to replace these with lanterns because they look a little bit nicer, and it means you can actually use this room in here for storage. I'm also going to create a little path just here using a little bit of cobble, and we can also put a door on just like that, and also a couple of window panes. Now it's time for the final touches.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with a splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing and think I can go for some weeping too.
And finally, if you add all of the 2 tall flowers, it is now a 2 tall flower farm. And there we are, guys. That is how you build a automatic cactus bone meal farm that looks pretty pleasing to the eye. You even have a little bit of room for storage. You can watch the cactuses pop off, and you've got yourself a little flower stall at the front so you can sell people your flowers. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It took me a while to design this, but I am pretty proud of it. So if you want to see any more making redstone look pretty, let me know, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Then I'm going to start the replay mod because I'm an idiot. Now on all these black walls, we're going to place an andesite polished. An andesite polished?